Welcome to TalkEasy English Podcast. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Leo.
Welcome to the deep dive.
Hello.
So today we're taking a look at something that seems incredibly simple on the surface.
Conceptively simple.
Exactly. Ordering a cup of coffee. It's this daily chore for so many of us, but it can become this complex linguistic minefield.
It really can. It sounds like the lowest possible bar for human interaction, right?
It should be.
But the source material we have today, it's this great conversation script that shows how it all just collapses. The whole act of, just getting a product falls apart the moment you prioritize words over the cultural context.
Right. And our source material is all about one person, Leo, and his just absolutely disastrous attempt to get some caffeine.
It's hilarious, but also so revealing.
He thought he was just ordering a standard drink, but he walked into a world of unspoken rules and endless choices.
So our mission for this deep dive is really to unpack this coffee crisis.
And the hook is just perfect. He tries to order a simple latte, and he walks out the door with, and I'm quoting here, a cup of warm milk.
Defeated. And that one moment, that failure, it reveals this whole architecture of assumptions we rely on for even the most basic transaction.
So let's start there with that fundamental breakdown. How did he end up with just warm milk?
Yeah, let's set the scene.
Okay, so Leo orders a latte. The barista seems confused, and Leo gets defensive. He says, "Isn't a latte coffee?"
And this is where it all begins.
It is, because the answer he gets is just. It's the perfect definition of the whole problem. The barista says, technically, yes. Spiritually, not always.
Spiritually, not always. That is the heart of the latte paradox, isn't it?
It has to be.
Because technically, sure, it's coffee and milk. But in that culture, just saying latte isn't an order. It's more like an invitation.
An invitation to an interrogation.
Exactly. You're saying, here is my canvas, not here is my finished order.
And that interrogation caused immediate panic for Leo. He said the barista just hit him with this rapid-fire list of questions. What size? What milk? Hot or iced? Any syrups?
And the cognitive load of that, just for a morning coffee, is huge if you're not expecting it. It's a crisis of literalism.
Right. Simple requests just don't work anymore because we've moved from a utility culture to a
customization culture. Choice isn't a luxury. It's the absolute default. It's expected.
And when he's faced with all that choice, Leo panics. He defaults to the most meaningless word possible.
Oh, I know which one. The dreaded word.
Regular.
Useless.
Completely useless. The source makes this great analogy saying it's like asking for normal air.
Because it assumes a baseline, a standard that just doesn't exist when everything is a variable.
What's regular milk? Regular size? It means nothing.
And that's fascinating because the failure of that one word, regular, it just exposes this huge gap between wanting something efficient and being forced into this act of personal identity construction.
And the confusion didn't even stop with the drink. He gets hit with another seemingly simple question, for here or to go.
And this part is just a beautiful insight into a mind under stress.
It really is. His brain just completely short-circuited. He thought the barista was asking him a deep philosophical question.
Seriously?
Yeah. He interpreted it as, are you building your life for here, or are you ready to go chase your dreams?
Wow.
He literally turned ordering coffee into a TED Talk in his own head.
But that makes so much sense. When you're in an unfamiliar cultural setting, the cognitive load is already high. So when the simple rules seem broken, your brain starts searching for subtext, for hidden meaning everywhere.
Even in the choice of a paper cup.
Especially in the choice of a paper cup. You fabricate the subtext because you've lost the context.
Which perfectly explains the paralysis. And speaking of social rules, let's move on from the beverage itself to the small talk, because that was a whole other disaster.
Oh, this is my favorite part.
He decides his first mistake was not being polite enough, so he tries to be extra polite.
Which, of course, backfired spectacularly.
Right. The intention was good, but the language was all wrong for the setting.
It signals hesitation, which is the opposite of what a busy barista wants.
He used this incredibly formal phrase, get this, "Could I possibly trouble you for one small coffee?"
Oh no.
And he said the barista just looked at him like he was asking for permission to marry their coffee machine.
Hey. Because it just grinds everything to a halt.
Right.
The unwritten rule in that kind of service exchange is speed and familiarity. You're not troubling them, you're participating in the exact transaction they exist to perform.
You're signaling you don't get the basic contract.
Exactly. And then it got worse. The small talk continued with the most standard opener in the book.
How's your morning going?
The ultimate trap for the literal mind, pathetic communication.
It's a trap he walked right into. Instead of the standard, fine, thanks, Leo gave the honest-to-goodness truth.
Don't tell me. What did he say?
He said, honestly, terrible. I'm lost, I'm cold, and I think my soul left my body.
Oh my God. And the result, total social paralysis. The other person just froze.
Of course.
And the takeaway from the source on this is just brilliant. Nobody wants the truth at 8 a.m. Not even your therapist. That is the core nugget, isn't it? Small talk is social lubricant. It's functional noise. It is absolutely not an invitation for a genuine emotional data dump.
Especially before you've had coffee.
Right. It's about conserving energy. We use these phrases to signal friendliness without having to actually engage in, deep, sincere empathy. He broke the contract. He demanded the barista suddenly become a therapist.
And that same failure to grasp the idiom over the literal meaning happened again with another phrase.
With that,
You guessed it.
I'm going to guess he looked up.
He looked straight up at the ceiling and said, ugh, the ceiling.
Perfect.
He understood the words, but he completely missed the cultural shortcut.
And if you put all these things together, the over-politeness, the small talk failure, the literal interpretation, it all adds up to this profound sense of alienation. The mode of communication is just wrong, even if the words are technically correct.
Which brings us to the coffee order itself as a cultural signifier. Leo contrasts this whole confusing experience with how it is back home. His order is 1 Americano, done, simple, efficient.
And that contrast says everything. He's used to a utility transaction. I need caffeine, you provide it. But he walked into an environment where consumption is a personalized ritual.
It's not about the drink anymore. It's about signaling your identity.
Managing your brand.
And he gives this perfect example he overheard from another customer. The order was Grand, half sweet, oat milk, extra shot, no foam.
See, that is not a transaction, that's a statement. It takes longer to say it than to drink it.
The source puts it so well. It says an order like that is a personality in a cup.
Or basically your zodiac sign.
Yes, it's your self-selected zodiac sign. And if that's the case, Leo's sign for that morning would have to be...
Just don't confuse me.
Exactly, a very popular sign, I'm sure.
But the point is, this level of complexity requires you to know who you are. You have to be a self-aware, half-sweet, no-foam person to even play the game.
Luckily, his friend Sarah stepped in later and gave him the key. The simple, effective order that cut through all the noise.
The magic words.
She just said, hey, can I get a medium latte with oat milk?
And that's it. It's concise, it's specific, there's no overly formal language. She eliminated all ambiguity, no follow-up questions needed. That is the goal.
And having that template, that key, it set him up for this great redemption moment.
He went back.
He went back to the same cafe that afternoon, armed with his new knowledge.
Big test.
And the barista recognized him immediately, and in this really wonderful way, called back to the morning's disaster.
What do they say?
Back for more warm milk.
That's perfect. That recognition is the real victory. The awkwardness is now a shared joke. He's a known character now. The social contract is repaired.
It totally is. And Leo, with his new confidence, he delivered the victory line. No stuttering, no apologizing, and definitely no regular.
So what did he say?
He just said, not today. Today I'm an oat milk guy.
That's fantastic. That is pure cultural fluency in one sentence. He replaced ambiguity with a specific choice. He's signaling, I've learned the language, I'm a participant now, not an outsider.
And he gets the order in, the barista says the magic word.
Perfect.
Perfect. And the story ends with this really satisfying emotional beat. Leo says he almost cried.
Over a latte.
Oh.
But it wasn't really about the latte.
No, he says it was because it had been a long week. Those tears were about successfully crossing this cultural barrier that seemed totally impossible just a few hours before. It was validation.
That small win meant everything.
So wrapping this all up, what does this deep dive into one confusing coffee order mean for the rest of us?
Well, I think it shows that so much of our daily communication isn't just about the words. It's about understanding the unwritten rules, the social contract, the whole cultural context that the words exist inside of.
Yeah, these little interactions, ordering food, making small talk, they feel trivial, but they're
critical training grounds that teach us cultural literacy. This struggle over a cup of coffee just reveals how much effort is required to navigate any new cultural space effectively.
And Leo's journey isn't even over. He says his next big challenge is small talk while waiting in line.
Oh, a whole new level of difficulty.
So we'll leave you with this thought. Leo is constantly worried about the risk of accidentally oversharing. Think about your own day, your own interactions. Where is that line for you between sincerity and what's socially acceptable? And how often might you be turning a simple request into, well, a demand for a TED Talk?